Hi, I'm Jake from TradeLab.ai. In this video, we're going to be setting up a TradingView strategy in TradeLab. TradeLab is a free automated trading platform that allows you to create your own strategies and easily set up strategies from other platforms like TradingView. So in this video, we're going to get started with the built-in TradingView template that I've created. So the first thing we need to do is open up the strategy builder. And then when it asks you what type of bot do you want to set up, we'll click TradingView strategy. This will clone the template and it'll open up the strategy setup. It tells us we have one step to set up our alerts. We'll click do it now. It'll ask us to select our exchange. If you haven't set one up, you can do that in the settings screen. And then it'll ask us to select our market mode, either contract or spot. And then we'll select our symbol. I'll select BTC USDT today and click continue. Next, we'll see the alert instructions, and this is the alert that we need to set up for TradingView. So let's go over to TradingView and see what strategy we're setting up today. In TradingView, I already have my BTC USDT selected, and I'm on the 30-minute chart, and I have no indicators or strategy set up. So we're going to add a default strategy that comes with TradingView. Today, we're going to be using one of the free strategies that come built into TradingView. To find those, we'll go up to Indicators. We'll select Technicals on the left, and then hit Strategies at the top. These are all the strategies that come with TradingView, and today we're going to be looking at the Bollinger Band strategy. This video isn't going to cover how Bollinger Bands work or anything about the strategy, but we'll take a look at the net profit and see that we made a modest 3%. With leverage, we could do better. And with a little filtering, which you can add things to strategies with TradeLab, you could do even better than that. Check out other videos about multiple confirmations and adding to strategies. So once we've taken a look at the backtest and we're satisfied, what we can do is set up our alerts. If we head back to TradeLab, we will see this alert instructions. If we click on this alert, it will tell us what we need to do. So the instructions say create a new TradingView alert and use the settings below. So we'll go into TradingView and we'll hit create alert. Okay, and what settings do we need? So under condition, we can see it says select your strategy. And if a dropdown appears that says alert or order fills, choose order fills only. So we'll go back to TradingView and we'll select our condition to be our strategy, Bollinger Bands. No extra dropdown pops up here, so we don't have to worry about it. Next, we'll look at our expiration time. I have open-ended selected. This isn't always available. You have to have a premium TradingView account to have that. So if you can't select this, you'll have to put a time. Just be sure that you know when this time is going to expire and you come back in here and extend it, because if this does expire, then your alerts won't send and your bot won't work. Okay, the next is alert actions. And then here, these top three don't really matter. Those are up to you. You can turn them on if you want. But the last one is what we really need. The webhook URL, check this and go ahead and enter the. So we go back to TradeLab and we click webhook URL. And then we paste that into here. You will have to have a TradingView subscription to use webhooks. We'll go back to TradeLab. We'll click on the name and we'll paste that in the alert name field. And then we'll go back to the TradeLab and grab the message. We'll click on that to copy it, and then we'll clear out what's in the message field and paste that in. All right, we'll click create. And now we see we have our TradingView alert set up and ready to go. So if we go back to TradeLab and we click back, we'll hit all done. And now we have our alert set up and it's ready to send to TradeLab. So these rules are going to take care of everything for us. We'll send the entries and the exits. We'll also do a swing order if we hear a long, and we'll open a long. And then if we hear a short entry instead of a long exit, we'll go ahead and swing over to a short. Okay. So more on how these rules work and what's going on over here in some other videos. So go check those out. So the last things we need to do to set this up is to make sure that we have our trade settings correct. So we've already set up our exchange and our symbol. You don't have to worry about side. The rules handle that for you. For your order type, you either select market or limit right here. And then we can also set up our. So right now I have 50 USD. That would be $50 every trade. I could also select contracts. And if I'm trading contracts, I could do, say, 5 contracts. And that would trade however amount, whatever amount of USD that is for those contracts. I could also select coin. So if I wanted to trade 5 coins or say 0.1 BTC, I could do that. And I can also do percentage. So this is percentage of my available balance. So this uses maybe say 5% of my available balance. And what this allows us to do is compound our profits and our losses. So if I put 5% in and I make a trade and I make a profit, that's going to raise my balance. And so the next trade that I put in, I'm going to do 5% again, but that balance is going to be higher. So there's going to be more money in the next trade. Okay. So we can also do risk percentage and risk USD. This goes off of the stop loss. So you do have to have a stop loss set. We'll talk about that in a second. And once you have that set, you can say, I want to risk 5%, and it'll take into account your leverage as well. And so if I do 5% and I have my stop loss set at 1% and my leverage is 10, I'll end up using 50% of my balance for one trade, right? So that's something that you'll have to take into account and play with. But this allows you to use a lot more of your balance in a trade while only risking a certain amount and sort of thinking about it that way, right? Okay, next is leverage. So you can set your leverage here, and you can also set it to isolated or cross. And then you can also set up your time in force. And if you do good to a close, you can do a limit timeout so that you can cancel a limit order in a specific amount of time. This is hours, minutes, and seconds. So you can do 1 minute. The limit order will open, it'll try to fill. And if it doesn't get filled or partially filled, then it will close after 1 minute. Okay. For more information about the other options, I have a trade settings video, so you can go check that out. So we're going to hop over to the lines panel and talk about TPSL, so take profit and stop loss. This panel shows our lines, and we can edit them by clicking the edit button. This will open up the wizard, and it'll actually walk us through editing a line. It'll ask us where do we want to place it, what do we want to do when the line is hit, how much do we want to take, what type of order do we want to place, and what do we want to name the line. We can also edit multiple lines at the same time by clicking the top edit button and see all the lines at once instead of going through the wizard. For more information about all the different settings and what you can do here, check out the take profit and stop loss video. For this example here, I already have a 2% stop loss and a 2% take profit. If I wanted to change this to a 2-to-1 risk ratio, I would have my stop line at 2 and my take line at 4. Okay, we can press save. And here we'll see that our take line is at 4 and our stop line's at 2. Now that we're finished with this, we can go ahead and hit save, and we'll press quit. So back on the MicroStrategy screen, we can see the template that I just set up. It's now searching, looking for entry, so it's ready to go. We would now be waiting for a TradingView alert to send. However, we don't have to necessarily do that. We can send an alert anytime that we want to test. To do that, we'll press the edit button, and then we can go into the alerts panel, and we can press the send test alert button right here. This will allow us to send an alert anytime, so we don't have to wait for TradingView when we want to test something. So the first thing we'll do is make sure that our information in here is correct. The information in here is actually set up for TradingView, so we'll have to delete this and put in our own. Okay, so I'm going to type in buy and long. And so with a type of buy and a market position of long, this is going to enter a long. I'm going to do place real orders. If you check this box, it'll place a real order. If you leave it unchecked, it'll tell you that it was going to place an order, but it won't actually place the order. Okay, we'll press send alert. And here we see the alert that it just sent. If we scroll down, we can see the generic TradingView template, and we can see that it triggered an entry and it passed the long enter rule. We can also see that it just opened a trade, and we got the notification for that. So the long entry rule passed. We can see all the conditions and we can see the actions that happened. For more information about how to read this screen and everything that's on it, check out the troubleshooting tutorial. Now let's head over to My Strategies. And here we can see the generic TradingView template is now opened with a long, and it's looking for exit. Okay, so now let's go ahead and make it close. We can either do that by hitting Close Trade Now, by hitting this button, or we can hit Close Trade Now right here on the Opened Trades sidebar. We can also go back into Edit, and then we can hit the Send Test Alert again, and we can send an alert to make it close. So for this example, we had a long setup. So if I typed long and then sell, that would close the long, because sell is the opposite of long, right? Long buy would enter, sell long would close. So in that same vein, if you wanted to open a short, you would do short sell. And if you wanted to close that short, you would do short in buy. Okay. We can check the place real orders again, and I'll do send test alert. Here we can see the alert sent. We can see the generic TradingView template figure to exit. Our trade has just been closed. So now let's go back to My Strategies, and we can see the generic TradingView template is now searching, and it's looking for entry. It's been reset, and it's ready for the next trade. That's it for setting up a TradingView strategy. For links to the videos that I mentioned, check out the video description. If you have more questions, you can contact us on Discord, or you can leave me a support ticket by clicking on the help button down at the bottom and hitting support ticket. This will send me an email, and I'll send you an email back. If you like this video, go ahead and give us a like and subscribe for more updates. Have a good one.